What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K21 Next Gen for another build guide video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build the best Chris Paul build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. This is a super good point guard build. It's not as tall as some other point guard builds, but it more than makes up with that in speed and agility, and it also has really good shooting, playmaking, defense, and also pretty good finishing and physicals. So it's a really good all-around point guard build, and I'm going to show you how to build it right here. But before we get into that, I just want to mention really quickly, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you click that sub button. Only about 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subbed to my channel, so if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it, helps a lot. But with all that being said, without any further ado, let's get right into the video here. Alright, so in this first screen, not really too much matters. The only thing that's important is you want your position to be a point guard, obviously. The hand, jersey number, name, none of that matters. You can set that up however you want, then just go ahead and click continue. Now for the body settings right here, first off for the height, you do want to go ahead and move this down 1 inch to 6'2". Now I know Chris Paul is really like 6 foot even, but trust me, you do not want to make your build that short. You're going to struggle a lot on defense if you make your build that short. So 6'2" right here, you're still tall enough to be able to play defense, especially since you're going to have maxed out defense attributes on perimeter and steal. And this is also going to allow you to be super quick with maxed out speed and maxed out acceleration. So you're going to be really good all around right here at 6'2". Like I said, it is shorter than some other point guard builds, but that's okay. Honestly, at the end of the day, you don't need to have the exact same build as everybody else. The game's no fun if everybody has the exact same build. So this build is 6'2" right there. Then you can go down to the weight right here. For the weight, you do want to move this down just 5 pounds to 190, and you can see this gets your speed up to a 94, your acceleration up to a 94, and it also gets your speed with ball all the way up to max. So that is really good right there. 190 pounds, that's the perfect spot. That's where you want to be, because remember, once you get into the Gatorade facility, you will be able to get your speed and acceleration up to a 98, and once you get above 95 overall, only up to 96, you will be able to get speed and acceleration up to a 99 overall. So that's really good. 190 pounds right there. You could move it down lower, but it's going to take away some attributes from you, and you could also move it higher, but there's no point because then you're going to lose that speed that you just gained. So 190 pounds right there, that's the perfect spot. Then for the wingspan right here, you do want to move this up just 2 inches right there. This is going to help you out a lot on defense and make up for your slight disadvantage in your height just by moving your wingspan up a couple inches. So that's good, and it doesn't really change too much. Your dunk goes up by 1, your three-pointer goes down by 1. Those really don't matter. And then a few of your other defense attributes do go up a little bit, but again, that's not too big of a deal. All you really want is those extra 2 inches on the wingspan, and you're going to be good right there, 6'9". Then for the body shape, this doesn't matter. You can choose whichever you want. Won't affect the build, won't change the attributes, won't change the badges. All it does is change how the build looks. So for me, I'll probably just take maybe, I don't know which one's most similar to Chris Paul, maybe compact, so I'll take that. But again, you can choose whichever one you want, then just go ahead and click continue. Now for the attribute and badge distribution right here, first off for the finishing, you just want to go ahead and go down to your driving layup and move this all the way up to an 80 right here. And the reason you don't put too much into finishing on this build, this is actually all you're going to do. The reason you don't put too much into finishing is because you don't really need finishing badges on a build that's 6'2". This is really more of an outside playmaking defender type of build, but you will be able to finish at the rim with an 80 layup. If you put too much into finishing, you're not going to be able to put really anything into shooting or playmaking or defense. You're going to have to pick one of those categories to be really weak. So for me, I'm choosing finishing, and it's really not even weak because you will be able to finish at the rim with an 80 driving layup. Obviously, you're not going to be super crazy. You're not going to be dunking, but you will be good enough. You will be a consistent finisher with an 80 layup. And usually I try to make these builds really good all around. And this build, even though it doesn't have badges in this category, it is still a really good all-around build. So I'm just going to leave the finishing just like this. Go down to the shooting right here. For the shooting, you're going to want to max out mid-range, three-pointer, and then put your free throw up right here to a 56, and that will give you 17 shooting badges exactly, which is going to be more than enough. And especially considering you can get every single good shooting badge all the way up to Hall of Fame, that's going to be more than enough. If you move this down any, you lose a badge, and you don't want that. You want to have it right here at a 56 so you can get those 17 badges just like that. That's the perfect way to have the shooting. Then you want to go down to the playmaking right here. For the playmaking, you want to max out your pass accuracy up to a 66. You don't want to max it out all the way. Then you want to move your ball handle up to max and your speed with ball up to max just like that. That will give you 18 playmaking badges. And the reason you only put your pass accuracy up to a 66 is, first of all, that will be more than enough to make any pass. It's going to be the same as having a 90 pass accuracy. You're not going to have any problem making passes with a 66 pass accuracy. Also, it unlocks bullet passer. If you move it down even 1, you can see you lose bullet passer. You don't want that. You do want to have the 66 so you can get bullet passer. And also, if you move it down 1, you lose a badge, so that's no good. It really is best just to have this at 66. That's the perfect spot. Just leave it right there. Trust me, you're going to have no problem making passes. Then you go down to the defense right here. For defense, you want to max out perimeter, and you want to max out steal. And then you just want to put your block up to a 33 right here, which will get you 16 defense badges. And as you can see, you can get every single good perimeter defense badge. You can get clamps, interceptor, pick dodger, pickpocket, hot stopper, heart crusher, everything. You can get every single good perimeter defense badge, so you're more than good enough with this defense right here. You don't need to upgrade your rebound too much anyways, because you're not going to be snagging too many rebounds. Just leave that. You do upgrade your block a little bit for that extra badge and just put your extra attributes into, but yeah, you don't need to upgrade anything else. You can just leave it like this. You'll be a super good defender. Then you can go down to your physicals right here. For your physicals, you want to max out speed, acceleration, and your stamina, just like that. And that is how you're going to complete the build right there for the attributes: 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 94 stamina, to go along with your 16 defense badges, which is really good, 18 playmaking badges, which is really good, 17 shooting, which is good, and 0 finishing, but you're still going to be able to finish at the rim. So once you have all of your attributes looking like this, you can go ahead and click continue. Now for the takeover right here, you do have some personal preference. You have the option between the slasher takeover, which is a little bit surprising, the shot creating takeover, sharpshooting takeover, and lockdown takeovers right here. You don't have the playmaking takeovers, but honestly the playmaking takeovers are trash anyways, so you really don't want those. You're much better off going for another takeover, and for me, I'm probably just going to go ahead and take ankle breaking shots as my primary, and as my secondary, I'll probably take extreme clamps, but you can really choose whichever ones you want. It's really just dependent on your playstyle, your personal preference. You can choose whichever ones fit your playstyle the best, but for me, these are the best ones for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. And as you can see right here, boom, two-way shot creator, shades of John Stockton, Kemba Walker, and De'Aaron Fox, but I really compare this build to Chris Paul. I think the only reason it doesn't get a Chris Paul comparison is because it's a little bit taller than him, but I mean, Kemba's pretty short too, so I don't know. I don't know why they don't compare it to Chris Paul. I think it's very similar to Chris Paul, but yeah, hopefully you guys agree. But now I'm going to go ahead and take a quick second to show you how to put on the badges for this build. I recommend you stick around for this for two reasons. One, it'll only take a second, and two, it will show you which badges that showed as gold on the previous screen will be able to get up to Hall of Fame once you get above 95 overall. So that's really good, and also a bonus, it will show you the best badges for this build. So first off, you have no finishing, so you can just skip that. Go straight into shooting right here. For shooting, you're going to want to go ahead and get blinders all the way up to gold, deep threes all the way up to Hall of Fame, hot zone hunter all the way up to Hall of Fame. If you took a shot creating takeover or a sharpshooting takeover like me, you're going to want to get hot shot. I'm going to put that all the way up to gold, and then I'm also going to put rhythm shooter up to gold just like that. And this is how I'm going to set up these shooting badges. Obviously not too many shooting badges, you only have 5 different badges right here, but they are all really upgraded really high and they're all really good. So you're going to be a lights out shooter with these set up just like this. Just go ahead and say yes. Now for the playmaking badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get handles for days all the way up to Hall of Fame, quick first step all the way up to Hall of Fame. Then for some dribbling badges, all you need is ankle breaker onto bronze, tight handles onto bronze, and space creator onto bronze just like that. That's all you need for dribbling. Then unpluckable onto silver just like that. Again, that's all you're going to need it onto. Then I'm going to put dimer onto gold and bullet passer onto silver just like that. And this is going to be the best way to set up the playmaking badges for this build. Again, all you need the dimer, tight handles, and space creator onto is bronze. That unlocks every single animation, or basically every single animation, and it'll give you the ability to break down defenders, break ankles, all that good stuff. So that's all you need that on, just on bronze. Then you can go ahead and say yes. And now finally for the defense badges right here, first off, you're going to want to go ahead and get clamps all the way up to Hall of Fame. Then if you took a defensive takeover like me, you're going to want to get hot stopper all the way up to Hall of Fame. Then you're going to want to get pick dodger just onto silver. That's really all you're going to need it onto. Then interceptor all the way up to gold. And then with these last few badges right here, I'm going to go ahead and put heart crusher onto silver and tireless defender onto bronze just like that. This is the best way to set up the defense badges for this build. You really don't need any of these other badges, ankle bracer, trapper, off-ball pest, whatever. You don't need any of these ones too much. So by setting it up like this, you do get all of the important ones on their best tiers. So it is the perfect amount of defense badges for one of the best builds in the game, honestly, at a real point guard, not some 6'7" power forward that people call a point guard. This is a real point guard, and it is a very good build. So just go ahead and say yes. And there you guys go. That's how you build the best Chris Paul build in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, sub to my channel if you're new. Like I said, only 2% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. So if you click that sub button right now, you can join the 2% gang. I really appreciate it. And also I stream on Twitch and my second YouTube channel. So make sure you go check me out over there. I will have the links in the description. But anyways, that's going to be it. All right. Peace.